What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning into the Local Crown podcast, where we're going to teach you how to wage war on your competition and earn your local crown, also known as the top spot on Google.
Yeah, wow. So I have a live show of my own called the Mind Body Business Show. It's a show for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs where I interview successful entrepreneurs such as yourself from all over the world. And the point and the purpose of it is to really tap in to find out what their secrets of success are, because it seems so aloof to so many. What is it that makes one person more successful than another? And on this show, I peel apart, peel away the onion, so to speak, and find out those things that make successful people tick. And it's really quite simple. And once you know what makes someone successful, all you need to do is model it, which means copy it. And if you know a recipe for success, all you have to do is follow the recipe. You don't have to have 7 recipes. You just need one. Just find one, follow it, and stop moving all over the place like shiny object syndrome. Focus on success, and you will achieve it. And with that, I have automated systems that I've built as a result of doing the show, because as you know, it takes a lot of effort to set this up, to keep it going, to make it quality, to get engagement, to bring on guests, to scheduling, everything that goes with doing a live presentation or show. Even if it's not live recorded, it still takes a lot of effort. So I built a lot of automation around my business processes. So that I also help entrepreneurs do as well.
Awesome, man. There's a huge amount of power in that. That's one of the things that I like to help my clients with, is just getting their time back by getting systems and automations in place that let them actually step out of their business and focus on making more impact, getting on stage, interviewing entrepreneurs, and whatever it is that really defines that success, because ultimately working on your business all the time isn't really success.
Thank you. Amen. Yeah, it's better to work on your business instead of in your business. And I'm sure many have heard that. It's almost cliche now, but it is so true. If you're working by yourself, for yourself, and alone, you're a solopreneur. And the way I look at it is solopreneur equals eventual burnout. And it takes systems. You hit the nail on the head. Systems being automated systems and an actual team of real life people to help you out going forward. And it's one step at a time. So if people are out there just starting out, you're going to go through that solopreneur phase because you need to raise the funds to automate. That takes processes, that takes services that you need to pay for, and to bring on help. Of course, that takes money as well. And so you will all go through this fun little ride called solopreneurship, where you will hit burnout and look at that as a victory and say, I'm doing better. That means you're scaling within your solopreneurship. And now it's time to scale out of it. And instead of micro scale, it's time to macro scale.
Absolutely, man. One of the things that I always like to try to get my clients to do is bring on a part-time VA as quickly as possible so they can get the things off their plate that really bog them down, like just scheduling on social media, updating the websites, all that stuff that just our time is just so much more valuable spent somewhere else.
Could not agree more. And for anyone that's watching or listening in the either live or afterward, I do have a resource for folks, including yourself, where you can get help for as little as just over $2 an hour. And we're talking people from the United States or wherever you choose. And I have 4 of them working with me right now. And it's been a godsend. I cannot tell you. It's been amazing. They help with all my marketing. Everything you just mentioned, that's what they're working on.
That's awesome, man. It's kind of like cloning yourself. It's the closest you can get.
And I'm glad you said that word. I've often said that. I wish I could clone myself. And now, having worked with a team for over 2 years now, nothing could be further from the truth. As far as I don't want them to be like me. It's better when they're not, because they come up with different ideas. They come up with better ideas. We all think we know it's our baby. It's our baby. No one can tell us how to nurture our own baby, our business, right? No, not Aunt Judy, not Uncle Harold. Nope, just me. That's me. And I found out it's best to bring people actually outside of your family to come in and help, because they give you that fresh set of eyes, that fresh mind, and they know things that you've never even encountered before. And I found it to be extremely beneficial to just kind of give a little bit of direction and then sit back and let them go. and I have not had any catastrophes to date. And so the one thing is to get out of your own ego, get out of the way, because ego is that's a strategy for a failure right there.
Absolutely, man. Ego actually, I think that's one thing that holds a lot of incredible entrepreneurs back right now is they get so caught up in the social media, online, in the way just how competitive and cutthroat it is, and they just get overwhelmed by that ego, and then no one really wants to do business with them the same way.
Yeah, I agree. There are some that are like that. They're more about trying to get attention rather than give attention. And what that means is, give attention by giving value and just be persistent, be disciplined, continue. I mean, look, it takes a long time. I'm here to tell you there is no fast track to success. I've not found it. I've never seen anyone who's reached it. Even those that have won the lottery have self-sabotaged and thrown all that money away. There's just no fast track. You need to put in the work, the time, and build your platform. A great interview I saw of Lewis Howes some time ago. He was asked a question: if you were going to give advice to someone who is about to start a podcast, what would that be? And he thought for a moment, and he got a very serious look on his face. And he said something to the effect of, well, the first thing I will say is, if you are not willing right now to dedicate yourself, to commit yourself to being consistent and persistent each and every week for a total of 2 years, right now, commit to it now, then I would say don't even start. And I almost fell out of my chair with excitement because it's exactly where I was. And that's exactly when momentum started to hit. And so you got to be in it to win it. You have to have a strong why. You have to have thick skin and drop the ego, everything we've just talked about. There's a lot to it,
Absolutely. But one of the biggest things that plays into it is understanding that overnight success does not really happen overnight.
Yeah, it took me 20 years to become an overnight success.
Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you learned something. If you have questions, email us at info@thelocalcrown.com. And if you want to get featured in our publication, Inside the Empire, alongside John Lee Dumas, the entrepreneur on fire, Jayson Waller, the CEO of Power Home Solar, Sharon Lechter, Dan Caldwell, the man that started Tap Out, and the limitless man himself, Jim Kwik, for free, then head over to thelocalcrown.com/become a contributor.